Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Rome Reborn series. You join us here as we are about to attack a few Carthaginian settlements. We have two armies currently besieging two Carthaginian settlements, and hopefully we can kick them off of the European continent here, send them straight back down to Africa, where we will deal with them later. But we need to focus on reuniting the European continent under the Roman banner. And we have a few enemies to deal with over here. We got quite a few large towns over here. Mostly want to be focusing on those guys over the castles in order to bankrupt the respective governments. Very soon, I'm going to make my way over to Britain and I'm going to destroy these guys. I'm going to conquer from south all the way up to north, ending probably over on the Irish side here. But yes, let's go ahead and thank the channel members really quick. Thank you to Tyler, Moses, and Jared for 6 months on the channel membership. Appreciate that, guys. And then thank you to Walter, Tobias, Mooncheese, Franklin, Shadowfighter Pro, JT, Michael, Pfeiffer, Desperado, Shipcraft, and Joski as well for their lovely channel memberships. They are the ones who paid for the audio upgrade. That new mic is on the way, so hopefully we can get that up and running pretty soon here. Probably within, I would say, next week or two, I would imagine. We should be transitioning to using that new microphone. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this episode. I did introduce a new troop here. I will go ahead and show you guys here. Now, as we all know, this troop tree is not historically accurate whatsoever, so please ignore that. It's just for fun, you know. But I did introduce the Punic Legionary here, as I thought we would eventually be squaring off with some of the African powers down here, being the Abiads and then the Carthaginians. So I thought it'd make a Punic Legionary. Let's go ahead and help this guy out when he's sieging the settlement here. There's only 184 defenders, so this should be a really, really easy siege take. Oh, that's an enemy army. All right. Oh, that's not ideal, is it? Should I move to take them, or should I just join this army here? Oh, I think I take over the siege. Yeah, I do. Ooh. You know what? I think I know what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to take the town and then hopefully go for a defensive siege. I think that's the play here. Episode 44. Oh yeah, by the way, on Sunday we had a new series premiere. 10 stat Monkman on the Shikuho Bannerlord mod. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It's definitely something different. It's definitely what I would say a challenge for sure. Not as hard as I thought it was going to be, but it's definitely not easy. And it will definitely get significantly harder. All right, first battle of the episode. A lovely little siege battle here. I love that now that I'm the leader of the Roman Empire here, I can just take over any siege that I want. That's super, super, super convenient. And after this battle, we should get some Punic Legionaries upgraded here, as we do have quite a few guys that are not fully upgraded. The Punic Legionaries right now only go up to tier 4, so they're kind of stuck there. But they're more as like supplemental troops, you know, troops to add to the color of the army. And I think I might put in another skirmisher troop other than just the Velites. I think I might put in some Punic Libyan skirmishers as well, using javelins instead of Pila. And that should be pretty cool because they should get a lot more throws. They should get like 10 javelins instead of the regular, I think it's 8 that we get, or 6 maybe. But yeah, that should be quite interesting indeed. This loading screen's taking a while because the last thing I recorded was Shikuho. So We'll have to see how long this takes. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And hopefully it doesn't crash. That's another thing. I am still very, very much enjoying this mod, though. I did end the Oda series. I will say for now, very tentatively say for now, the Oda series is done. It may return at a later date. Unlikely. Quite unlikely to return at a later date, but it may. You never know. But yeah. I did end it just because I felt like it had reached its natural conclusion, so wanted to keep y'all updated on that. We're looking for another good infantry commander here. I'm actually a better ranged, or this guy's actually a better ranged commander. Let's put him there. And let's take this guy and put him with the archers, obviously. Who else is a good... I'm a decent infantry commander. I'm not the best. This guy's all right here. I do give quite a few buffs, though. All right, we don't have any siege equipment here, so it's just going to be ladders. And we got 2 there and 2 there. All right, loose formation. And we're just going to drag it all the way across here. Can't find a real good spot there. That's okay, though. There we go. That'll work. Good enough for us. Oh, did I already die? Oh, I guess they had a catapult up. Oh, that's not ideal. I was the first one to die. That's really unlucky. Oh yeah, let me turn the troop banners off. Forgot to do that. Sorry about that. That's from playing the 10 stat monk man. And this should be a pretty straightforward siege, honestly. Fire will. We should pretty quickly eliminate all of the enemy's troops on the walls. They only have 180. It looks like they're already getting devastated as we speak, so that's pretty good. Look at all those javelins pouring into these guys. Good lord. Let's go get a nice view of this. And these are actually Punic Libyan troops here, which so this will be the first time that we're actually like properly fighting them. Dude, the white shields are actually pretty sick. Yeah, my next Eagle Rising playthrough will definitely be on the newer version of the mod, and we'll definitely have to make it tell all those guys to charge. Tell them to get up the walls. But we'll definitely have to make it so that it is are they not firing at these guys? It's okay. We'll be up the walls in no time. Yeah, we've already basically killed everyone off the walls. It's pretty crazy how quickly that happened. Well, we can go and speed her up now, I would assume. It's gonna be over before you know it. And that's all she wrote. 8 minutes into a recording. I think that might be our quickest siege ever. It was pretty fast, I will say. It was quite fast. I got a couple of guys upgrading there. A few more archers. We're definitely I don't really want to keep any of these guys. Maybe a few Tiro and Miles and Aquila cohortes in order to continue to upgrade those guys. Very nice. All right, some pretty good weapons here. I might actually go back to the Copus here. If we can find a really good Copus, then I think I will go back to it, because that thing has a lot of cut damage, man. It has like 23 cut damage. Yeah, I'll save that for now. And I think I will swap it out here for now. Keep in mind, for now. This one is pretty strong. 8 pierce. That is the deadliest sword in the game by far. All right, well, we've taken this town here. I'm going to go and show mercy. I'm going to decline the settlement as usual here. And then let's go ahead and, oh wow, this place is not in the best shape here. Yeah, they need to get all this shit. Actually, here, let's stop doing that. Stop making food. Build up training fields first, then militia grounds. That's not going to be a problem there, but we'd like to get that going. Garrison barracks. And then we upgrade all of these bad boys here. Yeah, very nice. Let's see here. This place has really shitty prosperity, like very, very bad. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna give them just a little bit of money so that whoever takes this over can actually properly manage it. All right, and you know what I realized we need to do actually? So I have 12 out of 30 companions. Most of them are leading parties, right? Like we have, let's see how many are not leading parties. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 not leading parties. So for all the settlements that I own, I really need to be appointing governors, like for the towns especially, because like this one is losing a shitload of money. Yeah, they're not doing well here. It's just because the garrison wages are so expensive. Yeah, we really need to... I need to train up a guy who's able to govern some of these cities that aren't making a lot of money. Like this one's doing fine, but also again, it's not in the best state. And we aren't making that much. We're only making 3K per day. So maybe I need to take another town and overhaul it. And also having the governors means they auto build. We have 324 in our party with 122 wounded. Let's go and wait here for some time. All right, we just chill here for a minute. Let them move on there. Very nice. Only one troop to recruit there. All right, so we need to... Oh, okay, they're coming back for us. Are they coming to siege this place? They shouldn't be. And if I could get this army to fight... There we go. That's exactly what we wanted. Now we have a significant advantage. Let's drop another save here. The goal right now is just to build up the... excuse me. Is to build up the party strength right now. And also to... solidify the empire, so to speak, you know? All right, we go F10 immediately here. They are very, very close. All right, let's go ahead and make one line here. Put them in loose or in shield wall, and then we'll make them into a 2 thick line here. That's about going to be as good as we can expect here. And then we'll stretch these guys out behind them till they are 2 thick as well. Move them into the middle. Archers here need to be in loose formation. We have a ton of archers here, so we should really take advantage of that. Spread them out a good bit there. There's no real way for them to come around that flank too well. I guess we can just have the cavalry post up behind here. All right, we'll go first person now. And we'll see what's happening. They're just getting pelted right now. See, look at how cool it is when you mix in Roman and, we'll say Hellenic, but really Punic Libyan troops. And they're just going to eat this until they decide to charge. So I'm going to sit here and just enjoy the show. Looks like they're sending a group of 50 cavalry around the right side. We may have to go deal with them here in a moment. I don't think the AI is smart enough to actually send them around the full side. But yeah, we will need to get a few governors. I'd say let's focus on getting like 3 or 4 in this episode. That would be ideal. Yeah, they're going to have to charge soon. They're going to be forced to charge. And they actually do have a couple of slingers. You can see there. We haven't really run into slingers that often, but I may introduce some Balearic slingers. They're very direct in how they attack, though, so we'll have to see. I'm gonna tell these guys to hold fire. I definitely need to rebalance formations, though. The eagle banner there. Looking very nice indeed. And they're just gonna keep eating losses until my archers run out of ammo. And they have quite a large amount of ammo, as you can see here. I'll give you all kind of a gladiator view of the battlefield. This is cool. And they're just gonna keep taking losses the entire way up here. And this is like a proper army too, you know. This isn't like it's just gladiator rebels or something, you know. This is like a proper force that should be doing very well against us. But as you can see, the might of the Roman legions here is definitely pounding them into submission. All right, here they go for the charge. Unleash hell. And their cavalry is coming around here. So we'll tell our cav. Charge. Engage. We'll let all of these guys throw their lovely javelins here. And then we'll tell them to push up. And engage with these guys as well. As you can see, 105 versus like 130, and we are definitely smashing them. I may need to start splitting my cav into 2 groups, because I do notice that happens a lot, where they get a lot of free shots on my archers. All right, let's go and have these guys charge. They're pretty much all out of javelins, so we'll let them push up. And looks like we swept them. Wow. Yeah, this did not go well for them. Now we do have actually a proper lance, though, so just a few of them left. Oh, whoa, that was not the direction I meant to stab in. Just a couple left here for us to take out. Oh, well, we horse bumped him. Just 35 remaining. All right, we'll promote a Triari and then an archer as well. All right, so this is the ranger here. All right, let's see here. We want him to be a governor, so we want to do let's see here, leadership. We want to do stewardship and then engineering. All right, that's one governor down. Engineering, stewardship, and leadership again for this other guy. There we go. There's 2 governors / party leaders. Very, very effective there. I like this spear, man. It's pretty cool.
We are at your mercy.
Prisoner, prisoner, prisoner. Freed somebody. Very nice. All right, we'll take a Velites, Praetorian veteran, Hastati. We'll take you, take the Optio, and take that guy as well. Very nice. And we have some upgrades here, and we can get 1 Punic Legionary there. Very nice. Have not seen any of those guys yet. We'll actually have to see how they perform in combat with cut through everyone, because I know they are one of the harder factions to conquer, I will say. Whoa, legendary Quayaz decorated Copus. Damn. Okay, we're definitely swapping that bad boy out. Shit. 30 cut damage, 6 pierce, 76 length. So it's not a long sword, but it does seem to do quite well. Good lord. All right, we'll take some of this loot here, obviously. I'm going to be over capacity. I need to go do a few selling runs, honestly, while we are sorting out all of the issues that the government has here. And I am in desperate need of filling out some of these guys' stuff here. All right, you can get a point into stewardship or into intelligence, and then you can get gourmet. And then who is this? This is Kamika's Hillis. All right. I mean, scouting wouldn't really help. Riding he might have enough endurance to actually, actually, let me revert that. All right, so we'll get gourmet here again. I'm going to up his endurance, and hopefully that will allow us to get mounted patrols on him, because if he can get mounted patrols, then we're going to be in a really good spot. But he's all set. You need a point in something. Should we put it in? Stewardship's maxed out, leadership's maxed out. Probably riding. Your scouting's you already have keen sight, so you're doing very well. All right, that is a guy we can't mess with. Really. Scouting, and you always want to go for forest kin usually, unless you're actually starting in the desert. Then you want to go for forest kin. On the Shikuho mod, by the way, forest kin is a must pick. It is like the best skill. You need to get at least 75 scouting, so you need to put at least 1 perk point in this, or at least 2 in there, I believe, if you don't have any points in cunning. And this right here is an extraordinarily useful skill. So after each battle, they recover 30% of lost hit points, which if you get completely knocked out, you'll pretty much be up to 30% health. So it's quite nice indeed. Have a couple of more here. I'd say travel speed, yeah. Then we have just one more, I believe. There it is. Ooh, endurance attributes, or yeah, 1+ daily loyalty is actually huge. But 1 endurance attribute is better. That will allow me to get mounted patrols much quicker. And the other perk was what? It was in the athletics tree. Yeah, overburden speed penalty doesn't really matter at this state of the game. All right, so now we have 2 new governors. Let's go find 2 settlements where they are not doing well. Yes, you go there. And then where else is not making a whole lot of money? Chisania. And we will send you there. Yes. All right, so those are our 2 lowest income settlements being worked on right now. And hopefully they start making more of a profit, get us more back in the green. Most of our towns are doing amazing. I mean, Putavium, of course, our best town, pretty much. Camaria is damn close, though, I will say. The only thing with Putavium why it doesn't make as much is because of the garrison cost. It's literally minus 2,000, so yeah, they are quite the garrison over there. Interesting. But yes. All right, and then we should probably send one to this one as well, but we don't have any more governors available right now, so we'll go and hold off on that. We should probably chase this guy down, though, I will say. Send troops. Nice and easy there. Very good. Let me just check something really fast. Sorry, I had to tab out and check something. Yeah, we're good. Okay, I was just checking storage space to make sure we didn't run out for this recording. I need to delete all of the old stuff there. All right, so we have one more army here, one that's besieging that. Oh, I need to flip over here. There we go. So we reclaimed that, and we're about to take this back. There's this castle here, which I'm not really too concerned about. We really just need to be taking back towns, to be honest with you. All right, we need to, let's see here. Yeah, give it to him. That way he has a settlement that's actually making money, and he can actually start sending out some troops. Okay, yeah, we're still 36, so we're still plenty young here. We won't have really any chances of dying here until we're like 30 or 40 or 50, so we should be totally good there. Yeah, let's make a few combat oriented people here. I wish they would come out random, like more random. Like some of them would start out being like really good and some of them would start out being not so good, but they all kind of come out about the same. So not really too different there. There is a castle here, which I mean, I kind of am interested in kicking these guys off the continent entirely, or off the Central European area here. They're gonna take that one, no problem. They have 1,500 troops. They should have no issues taking that whatsoever. They're traveling to besiege this castle here. Chisani is holding out. Monsrigus is doing all right. Yeah, it really looks like we just need to promote some governors to actually have them start building shit, because I think a lot of our towns do not have that, so should probably get working on that. We may be able to convince these guys to join us. What faction are they? That clan? Okay, let's see. Actually, let's look by clans. That'll be easier. Those guys and oh wait, are they they should be Romani actually. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see if we can get this guy to join us. He may be able to join us. I'm not sure if he would, but he might. You never know. I don't know if there's a way to actually just annex a settlement. Maybe in diplomacy options there is. But we should be able to do something with it at least. And we'll come over here and grab some more troops. Wow, that was a really good haul right there, actually. Quite surprising. All right, let's go see what he says here.
It's been a while.
Okay, I don't think we can actually make him join until we take his town. Which, I mean, he probably won't like us very much after we do that. But how many defenders does that place have? This place probably does not have too many defenders, I would imagine. Why are we going the long way around? Weird. All right, Carthaginians offer peace. I would actually like to decline that. If I agree to pay daily tribute, no, absolutely not. What are they fucking talking about, dude? Either they're paying us tribute or we aren't making peace with them. I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. 289, I can take that. And as soon as we get the camp up, we can start the siege. And we may actually get it built before they get a catapult up, which would be really, really nice. It's going to be damn close, though, I will tell you. I don't think we're going to get the camp up in time. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. Nope, they got it up first. All right. It looks like we build it quite a bit faster than them, though, I think. Maybe? No, we don't. All right, let's go trebuchets. Owner of that. All right. Yeah, let's give it to you since you just joined the kingdom. And now these guys should start being able to send out their own parties, which is very nice for us. A lot of this stage, a lot of the stuff where, like the stage we're at now is just a lot of management, but should be fine. Or it should still be quite interesting. I should have brought in a few parties, but that's okay. We don't really need to. I do, however, need to make a few upgrades here. We're at 103 cavalry. That should be fine. Re-up on our archers there. And is this quest? Yeah, okay. I don't really care about that. If you fail the main quest, nothing happens, so it's totally fine with me. We got a few people to... Ooh, that actually helps out a lot. That one right there. And then... yeah, it's actually good there. Foreskin. Walk it off is the way to go, usually. That helps out usually. And then build speed of ranged siege engines is usually the way I go. And the reason I do that is because of goddamn, what is it called? It's because when they actually go to form their own armies, they'll actually be competent enough to... Oh, okay, nice. Took that castle. Trying to pause here. Took me a minute to actually fucking pause. Oh, I guess they just gave it to us, or what? There's the decision. Oh, they're gonna come help me. Nice. Denick the Mad could take that, yeah. Generally, you go with the person that you have the lowest relationship with, but since we are... Okay, yeah, now we're making some serious money. No, we're not freeing you. All right, let's go check on our fiefs here really quick. Okay, look at that. Already making 403 and already making 390. That's already incredible. Very nice. So he took this place from being unprofitable and in the red to being in the green. Very, very good. This place will be the next place that we focus on. We don't really own a lot of castles at the current moment, and the reason is mostly just because of passing them out to companions to make their own clans. Grow the power of the empire overall. But they're going to come help us out. And they only have 289 defending, so, I mean, this should be a fucking cakewalk. We'll just get 3 trebuchets up and then go for it. Mostly the trebuchets are just to break their catapults. See, I keep seeing that and then nothing happens. The Swaby declare war on me and then absolutely 0 happens. It's very weird. Alright, take them all down. And no more catapults. Super easy there. We drop a save right there. And then we lead the assault. Very nice. Yeah, the next playthrough I will do on this mod will be probably be the Greeks or like Hellenic factions. I think that'll be quite interesting indeed. So here, 63 is the number to beat, and then 87. 63 or 87. That beats 63. What's now the number to beat? 69? 71 beats that. You, this guy is fucking incredible. Holy shit, 177 ranged influence? What in the hell are you? That's why it's good to promote, when you promote troops that are not just like your regular troops, you promote guys that are like a Pilis Prior or something like that, you end up with some really crazy shit. But we'll take all these guys and we'll stick them in the Vanguard as I usually do. Just because they level up faster when you have them go in first. This guy we can leave out here because he's a ranged unit. But then we'll go ahead and start this battle. Looks like quite an interesting siege map here. Put these guys on loose formation. This is the ghost strategy, by the way. You set the archers up in front of the walls and you let them go to work. Lots of Carthaginian troops here. To be honest with you, not a whole lot of guys on the front side, so I think there's only one set of ladders. No, there's another set all the way back here. Very, very interesting. All right, let's focus on this side then. We'll put the archers over here. And we'll stretch them out a bit further. Very nice. We'll get those guys over there, and then we'll see what ends up happening here. They should start throwing some Pila here very soon. All right, we tell these guys to charge. Tell those guys to charge. And then we tell those guys to charge as well. And they should all be making their way up there. And the archers should start doing their job here any second now. Look at all those Pila coming up. And the archers should start chipping away. And everyone's doing pretty well over here. Looks like we're already up on the walls over here. Looks like we've already started pushing them back. Looks like this is mostly cavalry, but they still do a decent job with their swords. They do have longer swords, so they're not as good in melee combat, but they do much more damage to shields and stuff like that. All right, very nice. Looks like we've already taken the backside. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and dismount here and head on up here. Excuse me, gentlemen. Emperor coming through. I feel like I want to change up my look again. I want to go back to kind of the red look again. I think it'll look good. All right, looks like they're falling back here. I can't jump down there. Can't jump down here either. Okay, looks like we're going all the way around, folks. Let's try to get a Pila throw here. Oh, a little bit too high. Sometimes I underestimate Septimus's throwing ability. There we go. We finally got a hit there. Let's see how this sword does. It stabs pretty well. It hacks pretty good too. Very nice. Three cuts to kill is pretty good. on a Roman troop. And the stab is just as deadly as ever. Very nice. Go and speed up the rest of it here. Okay, sweet. All right, yeah, you can be a governor. All right, engineering, stewardship, and leadership there. Engineering, stewardship, and leadership again. Very good. A infantry troop getting, well, cavalry dismounted as an infantry getting 7 kills is actually quite impressive. So that's nice. And then a few more velites should be good. Sort by tier. And we'll see if we can bring in a few of these guys here. They are not my troops, but since we are kind of in the field right now, it's always good to bring in some of these boys, especially because you can turn them into, at least the Miles and the Tiro and the Aquila cohortels. You can turn them into some pretty deadly troops there. 30 cut. I don't feel like that does 30 cut damage. I really don't. Maybe it's because cut damage is not as... You know what? I might go into RBM and I might change the cut damage factor and up it a little bit. All right, we'll go and decline that there. Another settlement of the Carthaginians has been taken. All right, it looks like we have a few upgrades here. One upgrade to you. Yep, there we go. All right, now we go into clan management. We go to fiefs and we manage this one right here. And we stick this brand new boy right there onto the settlement. And what's it making right now? About 1,000 per day. Let's see what it does after he gets to work. But both of these places are starting to actually make some real money, so that's nice. All right, let's head to a okay, let's head down to Massilia. Actually, okay, what's this army doing? Not much of anything. Looks like that other army disbanded, and this one is over here fighting. We're holding this territory very, very well. Actually, very impressed, and I don't know where the fuck we... Oh, that was a Dacian settlement. Okay, that actually makes sense. I kind of want to head back to Patavium, honestly, but Massilia should be good enough. Yeah, it should be fine. We'll give it to this guy. Very nice. Ooh, they're being besieged right now, though. Ah, that's a British army. They have 70 defenders. We're going to lose that. Okay, that's fine. It's just a castle. I don't really give a fuck. I'm going to go to the faction armory, though, and change up the look a little bit. Endurance, vigor. Very nice. I don't know why that kid looks so weird. All right. So we have the best head armor by far. We have like the best body armor as well. Let's check out weapons. Yeah, not much in here. I did not expect to see much in here. But as for shields, what can we go for? We could go for something like red. Red would look nice. This is technically the best shield here. These shields right here, the Princeps and Triarius shields and Hastata shields. Technically the best. Ooh, what about a Claudio shield? This could actually look really cool. All right, I know what to do with this. We go armor now, and then we do like go like black and red look. I don't know if that really fits though. I'll be honest with you. We'll sort by type. Because, like, the armor that we have... Okay, the cavalry mask fits. This does not. The manacle... Or the manica fits. That's fine. The greaves are fine. We just need some body armor that looks good with this. And maybe a cape, too. Why not? I wish there was a black cape. That would look really cool. Excuse me. Let's just get one. Just for funsies. I know it's less armor, but it really gives a fuck. Doesn't really matter when I go down anymore. This is kind of not really black, actually. Pretty much this right here. That would be like the black and red look, I guess. There should be a better squatmata here, or not squatmata, but muscuta or molscuta rather. That looks ugly as piss. Yeah, it's basically the Praetorian one that's the best. This has significantly less armor than this does, though, so I'm kind of concerned. But also, this kind of looks badass, so I'm willing to rock with this for a bit. And let's ditch the Quayaz there. We'll keep it in the inventory, but it's not really the best weapon in the world. And let's sell off all the horse shit that we have. There we go. That was like 9,000 right there. Jesus Christ. We'll keep these banners here. Not that we're really going to need them, but banners are banners. And we have some other shit to get rid of there. If I sold armor, it would probably max them, I would assume. Yeah, that's fine, though. We'll sell the armor here. And then we can... yeah, we need to look at melee weapons, though. I guess just the Mines Gladius is still the best option, though. It's not even really that close, either. Sweet spot 55 for... I mean, okay, we'll rock with this for... a, well, actually, that thing's gonna look fucking stupid with that. So we'll rock with just the Gladius again. But yeah, new look for the Emperor. Very nice. Yep, I know Trader doesn't have enough money. That's fine. All right, let's leave there. Oh, looks like another army has been formed. Hopefully one of them is moving in to break the siege there. He might not have enough troops to do it, though. Yeah, he doesn't. He's probably going to go help them. Yeah, I guess our next objective should be taking these 3 settlements here. Those 3. The Swabi are no longer a real threat. They just aren't. They have been completely... oh, the Sami people took that away from them. Okay. So that means they only have these 2 castles left, actually. Wow. How far they have fallen. All right, well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be all for today. Excuse me. Let's actually... Ooh, I don't own that one. Fuck. Okay. Here, I'll do this. I'll do my patent pending strategy. I will build a castle and we'll put it somewhere. But this one's going to be named after Joski. Joski Castrum. Very nice. Romania, of course, and then we have to decide where to put it. Where do we actually need a castle? I'm thinking like right up here. Should be good. Right next to the road. Very nice. Yeah, we'll build the castle there. And then we're going to need 2 towns minimum to get that thing up and running. Let's give it like 4 towns. Let's make it a really prosperous castle. Like to show you all the process of actually doing some of this shit sometimes, so I'll do it occasionally. Not too often though. It does take up a lot of time. I'm excited I get to record 10 Stat Monkman episode 2 tonight, so that should be pretty fun. My dog is passed out on the floor next to me. It's actually our puppy. It's not the other one. So it's Milo, not Bowie. And he's this is like one of his first nights being out like all night. So we'll see if we can leave him out all night. But we'll have to see, because he may not do well. He's like 1.5 years old, so yeah, we'll have to see how she goes. But we got that castle there, Joski, your lovely castle. And let's put some villages in there. Let's call this one Moses. Romani culture, and then let's make this one a horse farm. And we'll put it right next to town, right there. Or right next to the road. And then we're going to make 3 more towns, I think. And we'll actually name them after some more channel members as well. If you guys want to get some stuff named after you in the game, whether it be companions or settlements, make sure you all go check out the channel memberships. It's in the link in the description. And also on the front page of the channel description as well. And I think there's also a big join button next to my name there, if you scroll down just a little bit. But yeah, for just 99 cents a month, you can get all of the videos as soon as they're uploaded instead of having to wait like everyone else. But you also get stuff named after you. So yeah. So if you guys don't want to have to wait for stuff to come out and watch it as soon as it's available. Mostly alternate games, though. I will say, like, most of the videos that are pre-uploaded are alternate games other than Bannerlord. But I'm going to start trying to get more ahead on my schedule than I have been recently. I'd like to get, like, 2 or 3 weeks ahead. That would be super nice. So if I want to take a day off, I can. All right. 420 prosperity is not looking super hot, though, I will say. So we need to give it a few more villages here. Let's call this one. Let's just call this one Michael, after Mr. Michael there. Michael, you haven't gotten anything in a long while, so there you go, my friend. If you're still watching the videos and you haven't forgotten about me. Let's make this one, let's make it a vineyard. Vineyards usually do well. And we'll stick her right there. Very nice. And we'll give it one more town. We'll give it a wheat town. Apologies about all the coughing. My allergies have been really, really acting up this summer. This is kind of an arduous process, I'm not going to lie to you. It does take quite a bit of time to get these placed down. It's probably been about 5 minutes since we started putting these down, but once you get them all down, you don't really have to fuck with them anymore. I mean, of course, it upgrades just like any other castle would, but you don't really have to mess with it too much. And if you make it to where if you can kind of change what kind of castle it is, you can just make it a regular castle, give it one trade good, and then give it a source of food, so either fish or wheat, and then that'll generally self-sustain. But what you can also do is make it a trading hub. So for example, here, I'm turning this place into a huge trading hub because we are in some need of some money. And it's not gonna like flip us overnight into like super positive territory, but it does well. And let's give Pfeiffer, actually let's give JT one. Let's just call it JT. Fuck it. And we'll make this a wheat field. And we will put that town on the other side of the river, right there. And yeah, this is like technically like quote unquote cheating because, you know, you're adding a town to the map that shouldn't exist. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. And making something a trading hub is a really, really solid idea. It's one of my favorite kinds of towns to construct, or castles to construct, is a trading castle, because when you make a trading castle, you can, like, especially if you're doing a trade playthrough, you can make villages on, like, you can make a trading hub town. And I'll eventually do a series, like if I do an Aserai series or something like that, I'll start the series out as a merchant, and I think that'll be a ton of fun, man. Now, of course, it'll be quite a ways down the road, because everyone wants to apparently see an Empire playthrough for some fucking reason, even though I already have a Rome playthrough going right now. And you'll see prosperity is at 420 right now. But now that we have 2 trade goods here, so horses, and they're making the most valuable horse, by the way. And then we have we also have them making grapes for wine. So that allows us to get this place well balanced, and now it's at the quote unquote regular stage of a castle. Now we add one more town. Actually, I guess just the wheat and the grapes, or the wheat and the horses, would be the regular state. But we're gonna turn this place into a real trading hub. We're gonna call this place Pfeiffer here, after Mr. Pfeiffer. There you go, good sir. Another settlement named after you. And we're gonna make this a Let's say after fighting the Punic Libyans, the Romans discovered silkworms. Even though they already knew about it, they traded with the Chinese. But yeah, we'll put this town right there. And there you go. Now you have a trading hub castle, and we'll come check on this like next episode, at like probably the end of next episode in this series, and I'll show you guys how big that town has gotten, or this castle has gotten. I wish the castle had, like, I wish instead of prosperity they did population, and then they had prosperity as a separate stat. And I also wish villager parties would grow as the amount of hearths grew. I think that'd be cool. Similar thing to like what Bannerlords does. I think that would be a cool change to see. All right, hurry up, Mr. Loading Screen. We got shit to do and places to be. All right, there we go. And let's see here. So Joski Castrum right here at 420 prosperity, going up by 4 per day. So that place should start making quite a bit of money very, very soon. And let's see here. It's making 81 so far. Oh yeah, I need to double check this and make sure we are. Oh, we are not maxed out. See, look at that. And that's why I recruit melees. Just due to the ability to make our party size significantly larger. $5.99. That's pretty solid, I would say. My leadership's at like 286 right now, but I will say if I could get like my next point, I can put it into social, and then we'll be at a really good state. By the way, I did cheat the endurance stat because I fucked up and I didn't go into cunning or endurance. You need to put points into those pretty early on. One or the other, just so you can get either mounted patrols or you can get keen sight. That lowers the chances of lords escaping from your party, and that makes it significantly harder for your enemies to get back out there and make new parties. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have done all of that glorious administration, we will go ahead and wrap this episode up. All right, thank you to Tyler, Moses, Jared, Walter, Tobias, Mooncheese, Franklin, Shadowfighter Pro, JT, Michael, Pfeiffer, Desperado, Shipwrecked, and Joski. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode of the Rome Reborn series. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.